Hi everyone, this is Hareesha from H&B Premier Tax and Accounting LLC. Today I'm going to cover another episode about IRS Economic Impact Program. IRS came up with new tools. So this episode, I will cover how you could use those tools, and then if you did not get your IRS Economic Impact payment, what do you have to do to get that payment ASAP. So this will definitely help a lot of people that who did not get their payment yet. So also I'm going to leave a link to another video that I did a few weeks back that analyzes who will get this payment and then who will not. So you might want to check the video out, because if you are in a certain income bracket, that you are not eligible for this IRS economic impact payment. Once you decide that you are going to get the payments, so then you still did not get the payment, so then this is for you. So this video I'm going to leave links to the IRS website where you could go check your payments, and then also in what situation, what tool that you have to use. IRS has two tools. One is non-filer tools, where also I did another video. In the previous video I covered how to use this non-filer tools, and then the next tool that IRS came up with was Get My Payment. These two tools accomplish two different purposes. So you need to know at what point that you have to use this. So I'm going to leave this link in the description below. IRS came up with this table that pretty much tells who can use what tool for what purposes, right? So this I'll briefly go through, but if you want to study this in detail and see which category you fit, you could certainly look at that. But if you just watch this video, you don't even have to go there. So first, your filing status, right? So let's say if you are required to file a federal income tax returns for 2018 and 2019, and then you did file a return with direct deposit information, and then you are getting a tax refund, then at that point you don't have to use the non-filer tool. All you have to do is use track the status, Get My Payment tool, and then you can track your status, and then the IRS will let you know if your payment has been processed or not. People who filed a return for 2019 or 2018 with direct deposit information, but the direct deposit information is not accurate at this point. Maybe they change their bank account, or maybe they go they moved to a different state, different place, and then had to change the bank account, whatnot, right? So in this situation, what IRS suggests, don't do anything at this point, because IRS is trying to process your direct deposit information to the bank account that they have on their file, and then if the bank account is not active, the payment will bounce back to the IRS. Once the payment bounces back, so what they're going to do is they will mail you a check to the last known address on your tax return. Now you could go on the Get My Payment tool and then track your economic impact payment, but at this point, if you already have provided them your bank information, IRS is not allowing people to change the bank information through that tool, because they obviously want to avoid a lot of frauds going on along with these electronic payments. And then also once the payment is processed, they do not allow you to change the bank account information. Let's go to the next category. Next category is people that filed a tax return for 2018 and 19, but they owe tax to IRS. In this situation, what you have to do is you have to wait till IRS process your 2019 tax returns. Once they process your 2019 tax return, you have to go to the IRS tool, Get My Payment, and then submit your information. Once you submit your information, if they have already processed your tax return for 2019, and then you are eligible for economic impact payment, then IRS will prompt you to update your bank information. At that point, you could update your bank information on Get My Payment tool, and then if you do not update the bank information, they will start processing your economic impact payment, and then it will come to your last known address. However, if you already have put your direct debit information to pay your balance to IRS says they will not use your direct debit information to process direct deposits. So make sure, even if you have already put your bank information on your tax returns to pay your tax balance, you have to go online to Get My Payment Status Tools and then update your bank information in there to get the direct deposit for economic impact payment. Next category of people who have not filed a tax return for 2019 or 2018, but they're expecting a tax refund. So for these people, what IRS encourage you to do is go ahead and file your 2019 tax return as soon as possible. So when you file your 2019 tax return, make sure that you put your direct deposit information. That way you will get your economic impact payment faster. And then once you file your tax return, you could go on the Get My Payment tool and then track your economic impact payment. And then your money will come directly to the direct deposit information that you entered on your tax return. Next category of people who have not filed a tax return for 2019 or 2018, but you expect to owe taxes to the IRS. For these people, what IRS encourage you to do is go file your 2019 federal tax return as soon as possible. Even if you owe money to the IRS, your economic impact payment will not be reduced. You will get your economic impact payment. Also, there's another way you could update your bank information to the IRS if you owe taxes and then you file your 2019 tax returns. Once you file your 2019 tax return, wait till IRS finish processing your tax returns. Once they finish processing your tax return, you could go online, Get My Payment tool, and then track your payment. Once you go through the process, if IRS allows you to update your bank information, it will prompt if you want to update your bank information or not, and then at that point you could go and update your bank information on Get My Payment tool. Also, if you're not required to file a federal tax return for 2019 or 2018 and you receive Social Security retirement benefits, supplemental security income, or survivor benefits, or veteran benefits, or railroad retirement benefits, then you do not have to do anything. You will get your IRS economic impact payment to the same place that you get your benefits. Either it's direct deposit or either it's a regular check payment. However you get your regular benefits, that's how you're going to get the IRS economic impact payment. Now you could go to Get My Payment link and then track your payment. And then also there were a lot of issues with the Get My Payment tool. I'm going to cover some of those issues and then why you're getting those error messages. The next category of people are people that are not required to file a tax return but also do not receive Social Security benefits or supplemental security income or survivor benefits, veteran benefits, or railroad benefits. These are the people that have to go on non-filer tool and then fill out their information and enter their bank account information. Once you do that, you could go to track my payment status and see if you have received your payment or not. All right, so that's pretty much the breakdown, the information that IRS has given. Now let's go to the FAQ that IRS released about why the payment status tool has issues. When you go online to get my payment, and then you check your payment status, if your payment status is not available, then at that point either the payment status is not available. It could be for various reasons, right? So it could be either because you have these few reasons IRS shows. One, you are required to file a tax return, but you have not finished but they have not finished processing your tax return for 2019. So then you will get a response saying payment status not available. Okay. Also, the application does not have your data, so they're processing this information in batches. If the batch that you belong to has not yet been processed, then you will not see that information. And then also, if you usually don't need to file a return, you entered your information under non-file information section, and then they haven't processed it yet. And then also you're getting Social Security retirement benefits, railroad retirement benefits, and then IRS has not uploaded your information into the system. The last reason that you will get notice saying that payment status not available because you're not eligible for payment. Either it could be because of your citizenship status, or it could be your income is too high for you to receive these payments. Also, there are a lot of information about a lot of the questions that people are asking about these payments. IRS have updated their FAQs. In this FAQ they cover a lot of the questions that people have. I'm not going to go over them. I'm going to leave the link here in the below this descriptions. You could go and check and then see if you have any specific questions. The FAQs answer those questions. I want to bring your attention to a few FAQs here. I'm not going to go, like I said, I'll not go through everything, but the few important ones I want to point your attention. So one of them is about the income limits. So in a previous video I discussed there are upper income limits that this payment will get phased out. Now what IRS clarified with this FAQ was, if you have a child, that for each child you will get, your income will go up by additional $10,000. So for example, if you're a single filer, individual filing by yourself, right? So then AGI hits $99,000, your economic impact payment goes away. But if you have a qualifying child that you could claim, you will get additional $10,000. Your income limit will raise by $10,000. So instead of $99,000, so now you will qualify all the way up to $109,000. So the same way for married filing jointly filers. So if your income was $198,000 by just you and your spouse, your economic impact payment will phase out 100%. But now if you have your income all the way up to let's say you have one child, the phased out income limit will be raised to $208,000. And also if you have 4 kids, then your phased out income limit will be raised up by another additional $40,000. So $10,000 for qualifying child. So that's one. And then the next question that I want to bring your attention is, another important FAQ is that if someone owes taxes to the IRS, or they have a payment plan or payment agreement with the IRS, are they going to get this economic impact payment, or if they will get their economic impact payment reduced or offset? The answer is no, with one exception. The payment will be offset by the past due child support. The Bureau of Fiscal Services will send you a notice of an offset occur. So only way that the IRS says that they will keep, or the government will keep your economic impact payment, is to offset child support. But other than that, even if you owe money to IRS or you have a payment plan with the IRS, you will still get your economic impact payment. So again, the pro tip is, even if you owe money to the IRS, if you fall below the income threshold that you qualify for these payments, it's better you go ahead and file your taxes. Alright, next question is, as a US citizen living abroad, am I eligible for a payment? So now the answer is yes, subject to if you qualify, if you lived in US, right? Meaning, like let's say you live overseas and then you have too much income, then you will not qualify. You live overseas and then you don't have income, but you do not file a regular tax return 1040, or you do not go ahead and file a non-filer form, then you will not get it. So you have to do something if you are not a regular filer. Okay. Also, another question that a lot of filers and then people that pay income taxes asking is the payment taxable as a 2020 income? When you file 2020 tax return in 2021, are these payments going to be taxed or or offset against their income? Based on the IRS FAQ, what they're saying is these are not taxable income. These are not taxable income, and also this will not reduce your refund that you would get in 2020 if you are going to get a refund. Also, they are saying these payments, will not affect your eligibility towards government assistance programs such as Medicaid or food stamps, programs like that. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe to our channel. Click that bell button. If you have any specific questions, if you want me to cover any specific topic, please leave us a comment or shoot us an email or give us a call, however you want to reach us. Stay safe until I see you in next episode. Thank you.